We are live. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to PeakFlow Power number 53. This week had a lot of moving pieces, a lot of things going on in the background. So we're a little burnt out, but burnt out is not in our vocabulary. It's always go, go, go. There's no stop. So with that being said, this week we're gonna go over your high ticket dropshipping questions, and we'll also share with you guys, like every week, any lessons that we learned this week. I think that's a very good thing we can do, and we can reflect on these like in a year or so. So I guess starting off, we'll let Marcus start. What is the biggest lesson you learned this week?
Thanks for asking, Trevor. I'm probably gonna sound like a dickhead or asshole for saying this, or a capitalist overlord. But as I continue just my entrepreneurial journey, I just grow less and less empathy or pity for people that bring their own sufferings themselves, in a sense. Like, everyone has bad situations, but if you're not going to get up and do something about it, if you're just going to keep on complaining and have a victim's mindset, like, nobody wants to be around that. Like, nobody wants to hear that. Like, take action. Like, one thing that I honestly love about the online community, just like in general, seeing you every day, Trevor, talking with everyone from the team, I'm just so glad that like there are people out there that actually like work, like it makes me feel like not weird. So, like, some people will complain that they're fat and I eat cupcake on the same night. Like, the fuck are you doing? And then I look like the asshole. It's like, oh, don't judge them, don't judge. But it's like, but I want you to be healthy. So the lesson that I learned this week is like, do you tell people the truth, or do you let them just go in their own demise and just stay like where they're at? And it's just so mind fucking. It's just like, do I feel bad for you? Like, you don't eat. I mean, like, you eat too much, so you're fat. Do I feel bad for your own decisions that you've caused them on yourself? I don't know. That's my lesson of the week, Trevor, which is I don't know. It just is. That's my lesson. How about you?
That's great. Well, one thing I want to add to that is I think you personally, you're too nice to people around you. So even if you think that you're a little dickhead, you're not. Like, you got to be ruthless and just like if someone's underperforming, you can't like give them a cupcake, like pat them on the back, say good job, like you did $50 today instead of $100. Like, you just have to hold people responsible. And yeah, I think most people.
Nice, Trevor.
You're too nice. Yeah. I don't think we're too nice. Like, we're just authentic. But my lesson for this week is more on like the client success side, is really just like people overthinking things in the beginning. So like, for example, if you're starting a business, you're always thinking about like, hey, I'm going to run into problem XYZ, but I haven't even started step number 1. So people just keep asking tons and tons of questions like,
oh my
what if
God.
suppliers supply me? What if I need a resource certificate? What if this niche doesn't work? What if like they haven't even just picked the niche and start their store? They're just thinking about all these questions in their mind that ultimately, like, do I know the answer to all of them? Maybe, but most of them, it's really based on the market. Like, each niche is a little bit different, and if you don't start and you just keep asking yourself these questions over and over again, you're never going to see any results. And it's just this common theme that's just happening and happening, and I wish we can solve it one day. One day.
I'm sorry, Trev. I don't want to sound like those hopeless motherfuckers. I don't know if you could solve it. Like, there's not like you. It's just like people will just overthink. People let the fear stop them. How does one stop overthinking, Trevor?
Yeah, I think you can change people because we have done it ourselves. You just need a lot of like, you need to hold their hand throughout the whole journey. one-on-one calls every week. Like that's really what it takes. Like we've seen people transition from like complete novice, like just scared to do anything. It might take them a little bit longer. And like one day in the past, we were once those people as well. Like we were scared about everything in business. But the people that turn out the way you want them, that you kind of see they have that potential in the beginning. Otherwise, they probably won't really make it. But let's get to the comments and see what you guys have to say this week. We have Black Box with Bro. I'm doing this backwards. I got 10 suppliers and only 2 sales. WTF. Ten suppliers, only 2 sales. That doesn't really mean anything, because you could just be running ads to 2 brands, 10 brands with little spend. That doesn't really like dictate your success. I would just suggest that you start with fewer brands that are higher quality first, instead of testing all 10 brands at the same time. Abrar says back again. Welcome. AI Bar says, what are the top 3 frustrations a beginner needs to be resilient on? I'm thinking ads not working. Like you put in all the effort, but it's not working. Well, here's the thing. If it's not working, there's always a reason why it is not working. It's not because the system or the business model is flawed. It's because of you. Something that you're not doing is not converting, because everything is a big math equation and everything is a big funnel at the end of the day. You get customers from the very top that are interested in your product or service, and you have to convert them into sales. And part of that process, something is not working. So, or not like tweak correctly. So either that's your ads are not targeting the right person, your messaging is not speaking directly to them. It could be your offer, which could be like your competitors are undercutting you on price. And obviously, who would want to buy the same exact price, like product, for $1,000 or $2,000 more? That would just be stupid. So your offer, your sales, like, are you actually? A lot of people, when they first start sales, like with e-com sales, they just turn into a customer service person, or like they just talk too much. I was listening to a client's calls. He spent a ton of, I don't think a ton of money, but like about $800 in ads. He got a ton of leads, but I listened to his conversations, and they were all 30 minutes long, and he weren't able to convert any of those into sales. And I listened to them deeper, and he was just talking for like 80% of the conversation. The customer barely even spoke. Like, bro was just talking to the customer just to talk. And like, you had this many leads, interested buyers, spend this much time talking to them, and you can't even get a single sale. There's something fundamentally wrong. You're just talking way too much. Like, they don't care about your life story, don't care about your pets. Give them, solve their problem, get them across the finish line.
Agree. Well said.
We got Abdo that wants to share with you his free content strategy for you. What do you think about that?
Sure. Let's see it.
I want to spend roughly $1,000 a month, but I don't know the best sellers. If I spend 1,000 in ads across 500 products, then it's a waste of money. I don't know how to allocate costs. Well, you're gonna have to, if you don't know the best sellers. Like, you can ask the supplier for the best sellers and start with those products, or test fewer products with more spend, so that way you can allocate the cost towards fewer products and see if those work. This is asking me. What's your conversion rate? I have a whole video I recorded probably 2 years ago about how conversion rate does not matter. But I'll tell you guys my conversion rate. My conversion rate is 0.29%. And you guys probably think it's so low. Like, how are you profitable at 0.29% conversion rate? Because the conversion rate is just a metric. How many site visitors, how many purchases. You have so many brands, so many products, so many pages.
Fair.
That doesn't dictate your conversion rate. Like, if you just plus so many keywords that people search up, like your conversion rate is skewed all over the place. You just need to look at the most important metric, which is how much you spend, how much sales you make, and what it costs to acquire each customer, and how can you improve that. How many monthly visitors are you getting? Around 20,000. I'm trying Lucky Orange, but the display looks weird. You could try Microsoft Clarity. That's a free option. What's the ideal margin percentage you get from a supplier? From Joanna. Well, Marcus has to answer a question, so this can be his.
Joanna is just so interesting. What are your thoughts, Trevor? Like, isn't Joanna so interesting?
Some people are just, I don't know what's in their brain. Like,
Such interesting thoughts. The
yeah.
ideal profit margin, 25% to 35% is what I like to look for. You wanna find profit margins that are actually like the economics of the business will make sense. Don't just do work just to do work.
What's the least net profit margin that you would advertise a supplier?
Advertise?
Yeah.
So like if a supplier has like 25% margins, then I have advertising, so net goes down to like 18, 17%.
Okay.
Kind of thing.
Yeah. I mean, obviously,
Yeah, that's why I need 25, like the 20 to 25%. That's like my minimum.
That's your minimum. Okay.
That's why, yeah.
Yeah, I work with some. Firstly, for me, I would go 15, but
Yeah, but you stretch it. It stretches. Then you stretch your P&L.
you just have to have higher price point at that point, because, like, let's
Yeah.
say it's 15 on 1,000 versus, let's say 10% on 7,000. Yeah, you just need, if it's lower percentage, you need a higher price point to balance it out. Yeah, 15% is the lowest I would take. Is it also possible to start a solo trader instead of an LLC? Or is it impossible to get suppliers that way? It is possible. A solo trader is like a sole proprietor in the UK. It is possible. You can ask GPT to tell you like the differences between the two, but essentially an LLC just protects your assets if you ever were sued. I don't think anyone has ever been sued with the amount of like clients we worked with and ourselves, like never been sued before, but it does protect your assets. There's probably other benefits as well over a sole proprietorship or a sole trader, but you can start with a sole trader as well.
Why is Joanna so passive today?
Very passive. Like you didn't see this message.
Sometimes women are passive and aggressive. That's what we call passive aggressive.
Don't get me started on that.
Guys, it's been a long week. I am usually neutral on Fridays, but I'm actually pretty excited for the weekend. Just like,
Really?
oh, I need one morning with not 100 slacks.
What's it like to manage? So right now we have a team of, let's just count our e-com stores, coaching business, probably 20 people under us. What's that going to be like once we have 100 people?
Well, that's actually a really good question. It'll be very easy. Like,
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
For me, like what I've learned, it just comes down to leadership and then the systems and process, which we are both so good at both. So it's like we will be all right. But I can understand why bigger corps like fumble. Some people, like when there's like more than 10 people on the team, like they literally start like cracking because there's so much pressure. But
that's why we
yeah,
that's why we definitely need a snitching system, like I mentioned on a previous call.
no, you know what's funny is that's actually like that actually works. I think
Works.
Twitter used that or some shit. Right? Where did you get like some company use that and like it?
I read it somewhere, and it definitely works. They're
I read
company
somewhere.
like way better than, they're outperforming like all the other like B player companies out there.
That's just so funny, you know what I mean? Like it's just funny how the world works.
Snitching.
Yeah. But to answer your question, I think organizational structure is the biggest key, and just having the right leaders that could also lead the bigger people, because it's gonna be just in groups, and that's it.
Yeah, different departments. Yeah, and
Exactly.
then you have leaders in each department.
And if you guys follow us at PeakFlow, you guys know that we're all leaders. So it's leaders amongst leaders. Mm-hmm.
But Marcus, if your supply percentage is 25%, then net 17 to 18% after paid ads, that doesn't seem realistic. That ROAS would be like 15x plus. People say 10x ROAS is really good for a high ticket.
Why did you have to say it like that, Trev? No, there's actually really good.
Because I just know the answer. And
what's the answer, Trevor?
It's just funny.
Well, look, here's my answer. The answer is that these are just approximations, right? To a sense, like you need an Excel sheet and you have to look at your numbers fully of how much money is coming in and how much is leaving. But generally speaking, yeah, my suppliers will give me 25 to 35% margins. And after ads, it goes around to those nets. After ads. I mean, there's also there's a lot of costs, but again, that's why you guys need the financial tracker that's inside the one-on-one Launchpad. Because if you just track your numbers and if you just have all the systems and the data there, you will make the right decisions for your company moving forward, period. That's it. What are your thoughts, Trevor?
Yeah, I mean, 10x is decent. I didn't say it's really good. 10x is like the baseline that you want to hit. Plenty of people hit 15, 20, 35, 40 beyond that. It just depends on like a ton of metrics, like how much demand there is for that supply, how much competition there is. You could get a lucky sale and all of a sudden your ROAS is 100x. The more that you spend, the ROAS typically drops. But as the ROAS drops, you want to take that extra profit that you make, invest that back in SEO, and then you can maintain 15x ROAS at 10,000 a month spent, or even more. How do I know that? Those are numbers I pulled from my store.
You're doing it, Trevor.
So that means 10% margins gone to marketing, leaving them 15%. Can vary from 1%, 10%, or even more.
Yeah, it's relative.
So, okay, so say you can profit $800 on a $7,000 product. How many clicks would you reach for? And what would be your CPC ideal spend to sell for this product? I mean, we used to have something called a Google Ads CPC calculator, which just means like assuming your conversion rate is 1%, how much do you need to bid to make that number work out? Now, the reason why we moved that from the program is that it's just not necessary. You set your bids at a conservative rate, see if it's spending right, and do sculpt the keywords. If it's spending on the right keywords, unless your CPCs are $5 each, out of 100 clicks, that's one sale. That's 1% conversion rate. You should be able to convert at least 1% of like the people that are actually looking for your product. So, for example, if you have $800 margins and CPC is $5 per click, you get 100 clicks. That's $500 in spend. You convert one customer. That's worst case scenario. High CPC, low conversion rate at 1%. Now, one big confusion that most people get is that you just said 1% conversion rate, right? But your store is converting at 0.29%. No, because the 0.29 is a mixture of organic, paid, bunch of different products. We're just measuring strictly for that product alone. You should be able to convert at a 1% or higher.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Did you guys have any experience of high ticket dropshipping in Europe, especially Germany, or seen anybody being successful there? I've heard a couple people, like a handful of people in Germany doing well with high ticket dropshipping, but we don't have any Germans. Well, I mean, we have Germans, but they don't sell in Germany.
I heard about that, but I think Germany is low key. The market is not bussing like that. Like I think they're still very underdeveloped. Like they're not doing like luxury retail e-com yet. Like there's not many dropshipping programs like that.
Watch a German just like come in. It's like, are you calling us a third world country?
No, it's not like that. But yeah, UK you probably have a higher chance. But Germany is like I don't think
know. UK or Germany has a higher GDP.
I think Germany might have a higher GDP, but UK has the. I've seen a successful UK high ticket dropshipper. I've never seen a successful Germany yet, because I don't even know if they have those Germany programs. I don't even speak German. Niet. That's some shit. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah. Germany has about $1 trillion over UK.
Interesting.
But they're a bigger country in mass or in land volume, anyways. Can you hook me up with a funnel-ish template? I'm getting 0 conversion on a 7% CTR on my image ad. I don't know what funnel-ish is. That's low ticket dropshipping. That's not what we do. And if you're doing low ticket dropshipping, I'm blocking you. I'm just joking. Huh. Yeah, consider high ticket dropshipping. Low ticket, not saying it doesn't work, but you have to go through all this hoops and stuff just to convert customers profitably. I saw a reel today. It says like the truth is that 99% of e-com people, 99% are doing black hat, and 1% are actually doing legit or have a brand.
Yo, Trevor, you just made me reimagine some new thing. I mean, not new thing. It happened yesterday. I was in the sauna at Lifetime, and there was a guy that was talking about ads in the sauna. Jacking like, oh, if you know how to run so okay, it's interesting. We're in the online world, so it's like normal for us to hear ads. He was trying to convince an outsider, like, oh yeah, you guys should learn like online, and you guys should learn how to run ads. It's like a printing machine.
It is a printing machine.
Okay. I'm like, okay. So I sit there, I'm just listening to what he's saying. For like he's talking about like Facebook Meta ads. So I was just like, oh, have you heard of the Andromeda update? He's like, what's that? And then I had to explain to him like what an ad, like an ad group difference was, and I was just like, oh, nice. So the point that I'm just trying to make is, people need funnelish templates, bro, from you. Yeah.
People are funny. What's up, Marcus? Okay. What processes are you automating? Zapier, shit like that, like customer calls. Tons, like new order automations, live chat automations, SMS messages, zapping in like email signups, logging in all the abandoned checkouts in the sheet, daily reports, order boards updating. Yeah, tons. Obviously can't remember all of them, but with automations, you set them up once and then like it's pretty like for set and forget type of deal. With the high, medium, and low campaign, do you structure negative and positive keywords for each? Oh, how do you structure negative? You just have negative keywords. You don't. So the negative keywords in the high, medium, and low. So in the high campaign, you're going to have your universal list, your medium funnel negative keyword list, and your low funnel negative keyword list. And if this doesn't make sense, check out our school community. We go over exactly how to set it up and what that means. In your medium funnel, you should have your universal and then your low, and then your low should just have the universal. So it should be a funnel, funneling exactly brand searches in the medium and brand plus SKU searches in the low. Is proper conversion tracking critical for ads? Yeah, 100%. You need to know like which campaigns are converting, what ads, what keywords are converting. And then like once you start running performance max or even automated bidding of any sorts, you need conversions to be tracked. For example, for the high campaign, you don't want the brand name, SKU, and return. You want to show up for right. Yes. So Black Hat, can you tell us more what Black Hat is? Do you have someone I can message? Link them in chat. Appreciate it. Black Hat is illegal / unauthentic way of doing e-com. And that just means like a ton of different ways. You could be scamming customers by not even shipping the products.
We are not promoting scamming or black hatting in any form.
You could be hiding a subscription on your checkout and not letting customers know. That's Black Hat. Oh. You could be selling fake PlayStations at a cheaper rate and then not shipping them. I know someone who did that. You could be selling fake counterfeit products. Black Hat. And yeah, that's just the reality. Like a lot of your favorite people you look up to, a lot of them doing Black Hat. The people in Dubai.
Oh yeah, I was actually about to ask you that. I was gonna ask, have you heard about I know you heard about like the Clearlight Saunas story with that crazy story.
Yeah, I've heard of it.
What happened?
Clearlight Saunas, for anyone who doesn't know, is a sauna brand that was really reputable. And they essentially said that some dealer was selling them and not shipping or fulfilling the orders, taking the money and running. That's why they had to close their program. Not gonna name who it is or who sold that brand or anything, but yeah, some person sold a ton of that brand, and then that brand just outright closed their dealer program. They made a couple videos saying that some dealer was just outright just taking the orders and not fulfilling them and just scamming customers.
That's just bad karma. Is that considered black hat?
Yeah, taking $7,000 for a sauna and just not shipping it.
That's crazy. I think it was like 200K of orders. I heard. I don't know. It's just crazy, yo.
I mean, 200K of orders for something that's 7,000. It's only 28 units. Yeah.
Yeah. That's like a month's of back order, and then boom.
Haha, got you.
It sucks for the supplier too. So that's why they stopped the dropshipping program, I think.
Yeah. Could you say that one more time? Yeah, I mean, it's written down.
Is it in the free school community?
100% is. Yeah, it
guys,
is. I just pulled it up.
Everything is inside school. If you guys haven't joined school yet, go to school.com/
right here. So
right here.
Go to How to Become Mastermind, Classroom, find the course, negative keywords plus lists. Negative keywords, how they work, what campaigns you need to apply them to, medium from negative keyword lists, what campaigns you need to apply them to, and then the same thing with low. Yeah. Obviously, the free school course is a little bit, we made a better version of it that's inside our paid. Like we refilm fresh new modules, all up to date and everything. But the general consensus is still 95% still there in the free school community.
Yo, Trev, my screen is like us two on the side. Do you see that? Is that affecting the viewers?
Yeah, there we go.
Okay.
And how do they get away with it illegally? What systems do you? Can you give us some real world examples? Need the pattern recognition, my brain optimization. Are you sure you need the pattern recognition so your brain can optimize towards the right direction, or do you want to do exactly what they're doing?
Bro, you don't want to do that. Number one, that's bad karma.
I don't know what system. We're not doing any of that.
Yeah, we're not doing that, so we don't know. We just heard what happened, so we could give our like theories. But like, you don't want to do any of that. That's just bad business. It's not gonna get you far. It might get you a lick, but you're not gonna get far.
I learned about it because, like, on my Instagram, I just had a random DM. This was probably like 4 years ago. I got a random DM from somebody saying, join this Discord. It was a Black Hat Ecom Discord and had a guide on how to do that. From when I remember reading it, it was just like buying fake identities off people and Stripe accounts and whatnot. So that's as much as I know. But yeah, even in the mentorship group on Skype, I met scammers there that I thought were doing it legitimate.
That's just crazy.
Okay, spend 500 for 2K clicks and 0 PPC conversions and go back to the last 2 weeks. And you see where those clicks were, like what keywords you spend those money on. Because I can get 2,000 clicks as well. Like they could be on the term like pictures of barbecue grills.
Right.
They're looking for pictures. They're not looking to buy.
Right.
Yeah. So it's all about intent. It's not about eyeballs. Like same thing with like views and whatnot. Just because someone got 1 million views does not beat someone that only got 10,000 views. The 10,000 views might be everyone in their target audience looking for exactly their product and service versus 1 million people that had never heard of you before.
Mm-hmm.
Just because the number is bigger does not mean they made more money. Hanan says good luck.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
How many spectators do we have today right now?
Right now we have 21 people sitting on the sidelines.
Nice. I feel like if they're watching right now, they probably want to see like, I mean, probably want to hear something from Joanna. Where is Joanna?
That's a good question. Probably on her lunch break.
Okay. I mean, we just keep answering you some questions for now.
He's irrelevant. Been tweaking CPC to a point where I can control which funnel spends more or less. Maybe my site needs more trust. Well, out of the 2,000 clicks, how many leads did you get? I would assume at least 20 leads. If you didn't get 20 leads, there might be a problem with 2,000 clicks. Yeah, 20 leads. That's like worst case. Should be way more than that, honestly. 2,000 clicks, should be able to get 20 leads, convert at least a quarter of them, which should be 4. Yeah. So it might be a lead problem, or it might be a sales process problem, or it might be a marketing problem, which I just said. It's one of those 3 problems. So it's a problem of one sort. I want to learn how the legal structure works and how to finance my money, and learn about debt. Example: having a personal bank account versus business bank. So if you go bankrupt, they can't take away.
I don't know.
Please elaborate on this high velocity for both city if you can. Connected with first principles. Why don't you just ask that to ChatGPT? They can give you an answer in 2 seconds.
Yeah, ask that to ChatGPT. They think we're chat. I think Animation Card thinks we're chat.
You got the little Minecraft profile picture.
Sounds like a prompt.
Legal structures work. I mean, we're not legal advisors of any sorts. We just know how to build e-com stores. The 10K on profit. You know where to find us. Ecom, highticket.com. What are the main obstacles a new store owner faces?
I'll start. Trevor actually mentioned this before. It's like overthinking and like trying to think, oh, this and that, and just not even getting started on like the first few steps. How about you?
Well, if you get past that, then the next step is probably like not knowing what to do because there's so many things to do.
Yeah.
That's why we make it like step by step in the coaching program. Weekly calls so you can know exactly what your to-do list is. Knock off those to-do lists so that way you can move on to the next to-do list and ultimately hit your goals.
Yo, I just remembered I was also at the gym the other day, and some other guy in the locker room. You know what he said? He said he joined Rob the Bank's mentorship program. You know Rob the Bank? He's like a guru too that teaches, I think, TikTok Shop. You ever seen him before?
Personally, okay. Yeah, I've definitely seen him before. Personally, for me, if I see like his profile picture like that, like I'm not joining no mentorship. No offense. If the profile picture is some guy like this with a chain out with like that, like I ain't joining no mentorship like that. Like I would look for people that's not flashy, getting the results that they want. Like all these Miami flying like planes, all this streetwear nonsense, $50 million. Yeah, like I'd rather like learn from someone that's actually in the trenches, personally.
So that guy joined Rob's mentorship, and then he's literally telling me about the group calls that Rob has for the students. and he's literally laughing because he's like, yeah, I know I should go, but I don't go. Ha ha ha. Is that what you guys are like? 21 eyeballs. Are you guys like that? Will you guys join programs and then just not show up? It doesn't make sense to me. That's what I was like. You just paid like $5,000 and you're not even gonna show up to the calls. He's like, yeah, bro, I gotta pick up my shit. Goes about the day. Like, that's what I mean when I was talking about the lesson I learned this week. It's like, okay. Like, you have no money. Why?
Let me just say one. The competition is easy. Like, if this is our competition,
It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's
just
crazy.
like no competition.
But yeah. I'm like capping a little bit, but generally that was like how it literally went. I was just like maybe not like OD, but
Have you guys heard about the guy who's left side? I mean, no, haven't heard of it. Have you? Honestly,
straight face.
Totally don't know what that's about. What's the video recommend nations again? Yeah, why wouldn't you start the niche? Out of 2K clicks, I'd say three leads where they were asking quotes filling out finance, and then like 15 messages asking this and that from the chat bot. About what? 15 messages about asking what? Like, in my opinion, you have either a marketing problem or a leads problem right now. Because you only got 3 leads out of 2,000 clicks. That's when I can say terrible conversion rate.
Wait, out of 2K clicks, so how many leads should he expect? Like 10 at least? 20?
Honestly, like out of 2,000, even you expect 1%, that's 20 leads. That's like bare minimum. Honestly, you should be aiming for at least 5%. Like, you should be able to get 100 leads out of 2,000 clicks. Obviously, clicks being quality clicks. For example, I got 4,629 clicks this month, and I average about 3 leads per day. So, yeah, I'm not going to do the math right now, but like, you should be expecting way more leads. You might have a lead problem. So you're all still controlling your own ads and just doing shopping, feeding conversion into PMAX campaign. Boom, you're still printing. I mean, honestly, pretty much.
That's the strategy right now.
I mean, when you say it like that, it's, yeah, I guess I'm just blessed. I'm just blessed like
the
that.
PMAX needs data, I think, from what we've seen, right? Like, you can't just cold PMAX it.
You could. The likelihood of success is way lower. You want the shopping campaigns to target the cold traffic. The PMAX would bring you that cold traffic into purchases. But yeah, that's essentially what we're doing. Spending about $350 a day on ads. Some of our coaches, like our head coach, Ray, he's spending about, I think, similar, if not like 500 a day on ads. But yeah, the same strategy, doing well for us. How many weeks it takes to close this part via mail?
Mail?
Email or mail?
You mean email, right? Like mail? I don't know, brother. Like send a mail? I don't know.
Hey, like if everyone's cold calling them and emailing them, send them a email, send them a mail. Yeah, mail them something. You know, that's how there's this person, I forgot who, but like that's how they're like buying houses like undervalue by just sending out mail flyers
Cool.
in the inner city. So mail does work. It's like the most direct way to talk, like speak to them. They're gonna check their mail.
Oh no, he said email. I brought him an email. Every supplier is different. So I personally, like, after like doing so many like outreaches, sometimes you just get lucky that they're also accepting programs. Sometimes they're like full of drop shippers, so they don't even need any. So you might just email them at a bad time. So like the answer is like it really depends on that supplier and when they're like what their timeline is. Are they in that program where they're accepting dealers, or are they're like they're only gonna accept like the top dealers? Because if they already have their set, not just gonna respond to your cold email.
Yeah. Cold email is tough because of the fact that you just get so many emails.
Yeah.
You can be unique in the marketplace by personalizing your email and whatnot, but nothing beats just picking up the phone and calling. Yes, my man, I understand. But what's real world value you can get, not from obstacles you have faced? Not everything is on the internet. A lot of information is underground in how you're setting up your systems, finances, and your goal plans. Or I'm talking about 20, 50 years in the future. Appreciate it. I don't even get the question, honestly.
I think he's probably just trying to figure out like, oh, how are you setting yourself up for like your 20 to 50 year like finance plan, I think. I mean,
look, if you're in your 20s right now and you're listening, or in your 30s, just live below your means. Take the money that you make, save it, put it for emergency fund, invest the remainder, and don't go crazy. Like you don't need no fancy car, you don't need no fancy phone, you don't need the latest iPhone, you don't need the newest laptop, you don't need the newest AirPods, you don't need the flashiest clothes, you don't need Louis Vuitton bags, you don't need any of that. Just live below your means and like either work a job or work a job and start a business, or drop out of college
yeah.
and then business. So any of those three options, just based on your risk tolerance. Yeah. Because I see it. I'm sure Marcus, you see it all the time. People just like spend money just to spend money. Like why? Why do you need 50,000?
I was like that. Like it's a real thing too. Like Trevor is absolutely right. Like, and just to even add on to that, like first you manage your finance, so you control what you're spending money on, and then you plan your budgets accordingly depending on what you want. So, if you're looking to buy a house and save for that down payment, all of that stuff, probably best to not go out every Saturday and not get the bottle. It's like that, and then in terms of growing the business and stuff. Oh, he said long term to reach billionaire status. Okay. That's a good question. Just look into how like Alex Hormozy did it with acquisition, right? Like kind of go into their roles and then just studying them. Like to answer your question, how are we gonna do it? It's like just seeing what the greats do. I think Trevor, like you're probably gonna be doing business for a long time. Like I think money is part of it, but at the same time, it's also like there's also fun in doing business. So I think that's
what fun is doing nothing all day and just watching Netflix.
Exactly. So that's what it is. See what other people that are doing what we want, see how they're doing it, and then just keep on playing the game and see where that shit takes us. Honestly.
Yeah, honestly, I think the final thing is really just B2B, something B2B, like what Alex Hormozy is doing, which is just acquiring stakes in companies and then like helping them scale. Because like if you e-commerce business scale, if you can help an info business scale, you basically cover all grounds. You know how to get marketing, which is leads, and you know how to convert leads into sales. Just plug that same system into another business, get an equity stake in it, grow your net worth that way. And then take that money, put that into stocks, borrow against some money, so that way you never have to pay taxes.
I think that's what private equity is. I think like that's what it is, like getting that stake in like the company or some shit. And then yeah, well said. That's the plan. Animation craft. Good question. This is a really good question.
Yeah, but honestly, we're in our 20s.
It's like that same concept where like you just see the kind of like the next thing, and then like you kind of know, but it's like you just need to know what to do right now, which is like $1 million a month. You know,
$1 million months, baby.
That's it.
So last month you got this month. I mean this month so far, MTD month to date. So this month to date, 4,600 clicks. How much did that cost you? That cost me $7,800.
You have to understand, like, these are industry and niche specific though, and based off the supply, there's so many overlaps of variables that like just keep that in mind as you're trying to funnel hack Trevor's store.
You'll have to do a lot because like I have a whole years of SEO you have to catch up on. So feel free to funnel. Will you guys get a physical location anytime soon?
I was actually thinking about that.
Realistically, no. In our minds, yes.
You know, that's the best way to stand out against like dealers right now. But it's like you need to get a physical showroom. You know?
When we have our focus right back.
For sure. I agree.
We have more focus back into e-com, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, because you just have so much payroll and the higher staff and employee.
More money, more problems.
I mean, yeah, more money, more problems. You're not wrong.
Yeah.
More problems, more honeys.
I don't know. More money's more honey, Trevor. That's
what I want. Yeah.
Okay, guys. If you guys want to work with us one-on-one, we will get you a 10K a month profit in 24 weeks. Fill out the application at ecomhighticket.com. You may or may not see me there because I may or may not be vetting and qualifying the best of the best that come into our program. That is it.
More honeys, more problems. Equals less money. All right, guys. It's been a great week. Hope you guys enjoyed, and we'll see you guys in the next one.
Peace.